Good morning, y'all.
Morning.
So this morning we're going to recap the Housewives of Salt Lake City. Now it's a little earlier than it usually comes on, but we see it's available, so we're going to review it. So before we get into what happened on episode 3 from season 1, I'm Jasmine.
I'm Jalen.
And please, while we're talking, leave a comment. Tell us what y'all thinking. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that. All right. First notable scene maybe is when we see Heather preparing for her shower for her employees. Okay. And so Jen comes over. So remember I was saying, she seemed laid back, but she seems sedity. She be doing the most sometimes.
Jen.
Yes. So we see her aunt is helping her get out the car.
Oh, it was her aunt?
It said her aunt. This must be another aunt. But I'm like, well, this is how she treat her family.
Right. Had her tell you,
I was
about to say, walk me to the door, but hurry up. Just read.
Yeah, she be doing a little extra. And I'm going to touch on this a little later, too. But anywho, she goes to Heather's house. And what a notable conversation is when we hear Heather speaking about, I guess, her disappointment in herself for being divorced. So remember when we was thinking she left the Mormon church? So maybe she's not like that removed? What do you think?
Right. It sounds like she's still, like she's holding on to it, but it's almost like for what? Because you don't follow any of their rules anymore.
Or does she? I don't know. That's why I was confused. I know you were saying.
That's like she tries to.
Okay. Because she says she has a Mormon heart.
Right.
So
it sounds like she just has a really tough time letting go of her generations of.
So was there anything in the conversation you want to point out?
Well, just how, I don't know, how she portrays marriage to Mormons. Like, it seems like it's not about love at all. It has no meaning or purpose besides two Mormons being together.
Forever.
Yeah. And then I guess we find out she didn't do the divorce or want the divorce. He did. Which, I don't know, I was confused as to how that kind of, well, again, they have their own rules. But how it would have affected her. Like, she didn't want the divorce. I don't know. I see it affecting him more than her.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
It's not her fault. But then when Jen even asked her, like, so if it's wrong to be with him, you would have stayed with him? And she was like, 1,000%. I'm like, dang, like, it's deep.
Yeah, she don't care about love or anything. She just wants to stay in the marriage.
But as crazy as Jen is, what she said about her kids was true.
Yes, she did take some real stuff there. You don't want to teach your children to just stay in something, just to stay in something.
Right. Just because that's what you've been taught. You can break that cycle.
Another scene is where we see Jen visiting Meredith. So we see that, Jen spends a lot of time alone. We learned a lot about, her loneliness and reliance on other people while her husband is gone. But she goes to Meredith's house.
Yes.
They seem to have a rapport like they do this all the time. However, Meredith's children, especially her son, he seems very turned off by Jen.
Yes, they are not fans.
The weird part is that, is Jen picking up on this?
No, she's not the type of person.
Like, you can tell in their facial expression, they're not smiling or anything.
Yeah,
and Jen's like, oh, they're my kids too. Like, girl, do you see what's going on?
Right.
But, in this moment, it's worth noting, there's a point where the daughter, I think, asks, what's it called?
High knees.
High knees. And Jen says, I don't want to show you guys my vagina right now or whatever. And then she does show them the high knees, but she turns. I can see that she repositioned herself as to not show her private area. And the son acts like he didn't see everything. It's like, why would she do that in front of us? I'm uncomfortable. Boy, he's 21 years old. I'm sure you didn't see more than that. Well, maybe you ain't seen that side of things. But come on.
Yes.
Girl, we'll touch on him a little later.
I
guess real quick we can mention, we see Lisa taking her son out to practice drive.
She's just annoying. Just
And
her
she doesn't
voice,
know it.
the way she's just talking is just annoying.
But she doesn't realize it.
Oh, no.
She's like, you gotta tell your kids what to do, make them calm, yada yada.
And I feel like anyone behind the wheel is going to make you more nervous.
But he handled it well. I guess he know his mom.
But you could tell he was getting frustrated.
And she told him, calm down, you're not
Be
calm.
patient with me. No, you be patient with me. I'm trying to job.
Then we see Mary go to dinner with Meredith. They have a nice little outing.
Yes.
They, I guess, connect over the trials of marriage. You know, being real about that. And we hear more of Mary's story. Anything you want to say about her story?
It's just crazy. I just don't get it.
Yeah, it's very different. Very different. You know, from what she's saying, she seems to be transparent, but who knows? She could be giving us her version of what she wants to tell.
Going on?
But we do learn that her and her mother are not cool.
Right.
She says it's because basically her mother wanted her place.
Right, which is even weirder.
In a way, I'm like, that could have been something, especially, you know, if this is your mom and you want to, you know, like hand everything to my daughter instead of me, like, you know, that could be something. But
this whole Mary and Grandpa thing is too much.
So,
like, I hope that's not something they were, like, literally fighting over.
I don't know if that was, they was probably more about the
church,
the houses, the finances.
Right.
The inheritance, all of that. I don't think they was fighting over that man. He just came as a deal. Came with the package. But I don't know. You know, she could be just telling us her version of things. Maybe Mama mad she with her granddaddy. Who knows?
Oh, true.
So now we see a scene with Meredith and her son. I don't even know the boy name. Brooks. He's getting on my nerves. He think he running things in my mind. So he's telling his mom that Jen made him so uncomfortable. She shouldn't be doing that in front of your children. You're 21, she's 18. She didn't do nothing crazy.
I'm waiting for, what's his mom's name?
Meredith.
To say sit down.
And she's not going to.
Go sit down somewhere.
She listened to his command.
She entertained it. That's ridiculous.
Now, mind you, they were supposed to have a little sleepover. The son is saying that's not happening. Like, we're here, it's our time.
Right.
He's too much.
He's too much.
Like, yeah, Jen is extra, and you're extra.
And she allows us. Meredith. Like,
so she's like, okay, sleepover isn't happening.
Right.
Because you said so.
Go sit down somewhere.
And did you see how he tried to play it, talking about, I took off of school to be there for my mom.
Right. No,
and then to start my clothing business. Don't throw that on your mother.
Right.
I wonder what she said when she seen that.
She probably, again, is just allowing it.
A little later, we see Meredith, Whitney, and her dad all visit Meredith's church service.
Mary's church.
Yes. And it's lit. And they was right along with it. But yeah, you can see a lot of people in the congregation are touched, feeling the spirit. Even Whitney's dad, he seems to have been touched by Mary.
But say, like she said, he probably needed it.
So, you know, that was nice to see. And that's, I guess, Mary in her element. Okay, let's get to Jen. So, her and these teams of people and everything, it's a lot.
She just must be really lonely, bored. I don't even know how to put it.
And this is, I guess, connected to how she sees things and how, I don't know, she thinks things should go. I feel like she has a lot of yes people around her. So let's get into it. So at this point, Meredith has texted her that she can't have the sleepover.
Right.
These grown women, and she's upset that she's been disinvited to the sleepover.
Right. Because she wants to spend time with her kids. That's not even possible. That's what she said. She's lying.
So, yeah, so Jen acts as if, you know, her daughter's in college. She doesn't want to spend time with her.
Maybe she is in college. That's why she does want to spend time with her.
But either way, it's like, okay.
You guys are too old to be doing sleepover.
You can't have your sleepover this time.
Okay. Again, she's just lonely.
Yeah, so it's like, she overreacts to certain things.
Yes. But yeah.
I'm trying to.
I know, I get what you're saying. Because of her situation, or
Like, she expects people to maybe revolve around her and what she wants and what she feel.
It's almost that, again, just like a teenager. Like that's how she acts.
I guess
In
that's
the
how
sense
she's set
of
up.
that thought process of how people should be.
Me. So it's the night of the shower.
Mm-hmm.
They have a cute little event for all the ladies.
Yeah.
And so we see a moment where Jen, Heather, and Whitney go off to the side to chit chat.
Mm-hmm.
This is where Jen learns that Meredith and Whitney visited Mary's church.
Yes.
Now, Jen being Jen, she's upset about it, especially Meredith. God bless you. Especially Meredith, because she feels that she had no reason to go.
What does that even mean? She had no reason to mind her business and
go to a church. The weirdest part is that the last time we saw Mary and Jen together, there was an apology that occurred. And Jen, even if she, I guess, had her reservations, she accepted it and acted as if she was going to move forward.
Right. Right now, she's acting as if there was no apology at all.
At all.
Even if she accepted or didn't accept, she's acting like there wasn't one.
Right. Because to move forward, why would you be mad if she's hanging out with someone else?
Right.
It has nothing to do with you.
And she keeps saying, what? She disrespected my family or said something about my family. It's like, no, she didn't. She said something about your scent. Like, they're so different.
Now, if she know what she said in that confessional, that's a different story.
You know, but we already know. You don't know that yet.
But she mad.
And then for her to be like, what? Pretty much saying she needs to choose. Who does she want to be friends with? It's like, really? Like, I feel like, again, that's something you might do when you're 13 or younger. But as I'm going to guess, 40-year-old woman, like, acting like that's pretty crazy.
And I think the big part is that y'all was supposed to be moving on. Y'all adjusted.
And what does, like, at older, you understand, like, okay, Meredith has nothing to do with it. She can be friends with her if she wants to. Like, what does Meredith really have to do with this? And since when were they that close? Well, I guess we found out this episode they're that close. But still.
I don't know, but the beef ain't that serious for you to be telling people who to be friends with.
It's ridiculous.
So next we see Whitney's 20th party. I want to talk about my girl Jen because I've been noticing every little thing today. So she come in with her fluffer, the man fluffing her dress out.
Oh, yes. And I was thinking, is that part of her little crew?
I assume it's one of her.
Or someone trying to help her.
I assume it's somebody in her little entourage.
Made her
but he
walk
follows behind her to lift up her dress. He does it. I'm like, he gonna do it for the entrance? No, he does it as she's walking in, going to the room. I know he was standing on the side when she was talking to the people, waiting for her to leave video so he could fluff her dress out.
We're talking about people.
You know, like in the moments when she talking to the ladies.
Oh,
I'm sure he was somewhere off camera waiting.
Stupid.
I'm serious. So it's like, are you doing too much?
Yeah, they must get paid well to act like this.
Like, ain't nobody else, you know,
doing most.
Yeah. Like, you going to a little party for...
Right. And it was clearly a laid back party anyway at that. And she was still
going to the Met Gala.
Right.
Met Gala? I don't know.
Same thing.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
But I guess the episode ends with Jen seeing Meredith and Mary talking.
Oh my gosh.
Committed the worst sin. And that's it. I guess we just see, okay, she about to go off.
We see she about to act stupid.
It's a shame.
Yes. Now my views have changed.
And so in the preview, I guess we see she's upset about it, right? What happens?
They just show her leaving the party, going off, but we never get to see, like, yeah.
But I guess we'll have to wait next time. Yes. Okay, so since we watched this one early and reviewed it, we'll be back next week.
Yes.
On
Thursday
to review episode 4. All right, so see y'all next time.
All right.
Bye.